Okay, now the big picture. So this is a nasty story. Some conservative commentators are calling President Obama a racist for his comments about the arrest of a Harvard scholar. Take a listen.
I'm not saying that he doesn't like white people. I'm saying he has a problem. This guy is, I believe, a racist.
I think he is a racial opportunist, and I think that he has learned that he shouldn't shoot his mouth off when he explicitly admits that he didn't know what happened.
When Obama is faced with a political setback, even one of his own makings, he plays the race card.
The White House is refusing to comment, but the NAACP is calling the statement ridiculous. Quote, Beck's statements are an attempt to divide. We need to be united in an attempt to inflame with rhetoric when we need to discuss the thoughtfulness and seriousness questions of race. Now, the bigger picture, conservatives appear to be coordinating their attacks on President Obama. Is the strategy working? Jonathan Capehart is an editorial writer for the Washington Post as well as an MSNBC commentator. Jonathan, fair to say that I think that this is going to backfire on most of the Republicans, and the smart ones are going to come out and start talking against this. Fair to say?
Well, I think the smart Republicans will come out and start talking against this when they're pushed to do so. And I'm assuming that you're directing that question towards the Glenn Becks and the Michelle Malkins out there who are calling, and Rush Limbaugh's out there who are calling President Obama a racist or a racial opportunist, which I think doesn't advance the conversation that needs to be had any further. But in terms of the political tactics, I think that, you know, a strategy of attacking the president just to attack him and to look like they're opposing him without having any real plans or policies of their own, I think you're right that it will backfire, because the American people have shown time and time again that there are a lot of problems and they want solutions, and they're tired of the bickering that's going on here in Washington.
I think the insanity has to stop, and I have a business solution. And this Glenn Beck is disgusting. As far I mean, think about what he said. He called this president a racist and a hatred of white people, okay? Right. This has to stop. Here's the only way it stops. The reason this man does this, as Glenn Beck does, is because it attracts viewers. It creates controversy. I want to change this, okay? And I like Fox News. It's not about them. It's about Glenn Beck. Some of the advertisers that advertise with Glenn Beck, General Motors, Campbell Soup, Chrysler, Procter & Gamble, Pfizer, Kellogg, Walmart, Kraft Foods, Nestle. If you're an African American or a white American that's tired of this kind of talk, write to the CEOs of those companies and say, you know what, put it somewhere else on Fox News. We're not saying take it off Fox News. Take it off this man's show. That's the only way it ends. You can control it out there. That's what happens. When CEOs get letters and say, because these are good CEOs of good companies, they don't know exactly where their dollars are going. Say, Mr. CEO of General Motors, I drive your car. I love it. I don't believe in this divisiveness. Please tell your media people to shift it somewhere else on Fox News. Take it away from Glenn Beck. That's the way we stop it. You can control this. It's enough. It's stupid.
Right. And I think, but what that requires is for people to be organized enough to rally around and say that they don't want to take that anymore, either from Glenn Beck or from anyone on Fox News. The other thing, though, is that you need...
No, it's not all Fox News. It's Glenn Beck.
No,
I mean, this is not, you know, I know that there's a lot of good reporters there, and we can argue, we can differ, but this is just vitriol, and this is just stunting, and this is disgusting, and as an American, it disgusts me.
But, Jonathan, aren't we looking at, though, it seems, this divide within the Republican Party? You have those Republicans who are actually elected into office. You had, and Joan Walsh mentions Senator Lindsey Graham taking a bold step and voting for the confirmation of Sonia Sotomayor. But then you have others who speak for a living and make, as Donnie pointed out, millions to feed the fire and to say the president is a racist and then go cash a $30 million check. Whether you believe he is or not, you're throwing red meat to people out there angry and bitter in their cars, maybe.
Right. And you know what, Tamron, and I think for those folks who just hurl the red meat out there to collect a giant paycheck, I think the behavior is outrageous, but I also think it's irresponsible, because while they might be doing it to get ratings and they might not believe 100% what they're saying, there are people out there who are watching them and listening to them who do believe what they're saying, and what they're saying is true. And so you're right, it only feeds this frenzy and the negativity and the harshness that's come to characterize American politics these days.
Cameron, I do not believe...
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jonathan. I do not believe the CEOs of these great corporations understand that their dollars are going behind somebody like Glenn Beck.
But
you know?
I mean,
they put it somewhere else on Fox. I'm not saying take it.
Why would they know?
They don't plan the media media that way and it's dispersed. I'm just saying we can't endorse this, and that's the way it stops. It's very simple. It's all dollars and cents, kids. It's all dollars and cents.
So you think those companies you named, Chrysler,
there's
Johnson,
no way the CEOs, they would absolutely, if they get letters, they would absolutely say, you know what, move it to O'Reilly show or move it to Shepard Smith show. That's what they would do.
But I can't believe they don't know what's being said on these shows.
They're not watching television. These are just corporate sponsors. I'm saying it's got to stop.
Yeah.
It's got to stop. It's enough. This is the line. Let's draw the line.
The line has been drawn.